welcome to Pokemon Go Ahead. It's your boy Chicle. If you guys have been following me on YouTube for a long time, you notice that I have changed the name to Alex Chicle Gum instead of Chicle Productions. I figured this would be a lot easier since my username is Alex Chicle Gum, literally Alex Gum, and my nickname is Chicle, so like, that makes a lot of sense. It's supposed to be easier for players to find me on social media, because if I call myself something else different, it's gonna be hard for them to find me, right? So I decided to name my channel officially Alex Chicle Gum, because that's what my Pokemon Go username is, and I want it to be easier for everybody who wants to check out my content. Also, check out this cool logo I made. It's like AI made, but like still. There's a Pokeball on top of the eye. It's so awesome. It has like the sparkles and everything. It's so cool. All right, I don't want to lose track. We saw what happened during Osaka GO Fest last weekend. We know what the experience looks like. We saw what the egg hatches are. We know what the research looks like. We know other stuff. And we're gonna cover that in today's video because most of that stuff's gonna kind of be the same in the Jersey City GO Fest event, which we're actually attending to this weekend. So this is like one of the last few videos I'm gonna make before I head out to Jersey City, or should I say New York City, because like the citywide experience is in New York, and like I have history with New York. We obviously have to go. But before we do, we're so close to 2,000 subscribers, so please consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when a new video comes out, and also hit the like button. And let us know in the comments below if you're going to Jersey City. If you're gonna head to Jersey City, I will be at Liberty State Park for the park experience during Saturday morning's experience. So if you're there at the same time and you see me with a shiny Magikarp hat, don't be a stranger. Say hello and all that stuff. Now let's talk about this event, and then we're gonna go through some tips and advice. Jersey City GO Fest is going to be in, you guessed it, Jersey City from June 6th to the 8th, all days, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time. Ticket holders who bought tickets for this event will be able to attend. If trainers also bought some additional add-ons like citywide experience days for 1 or 2 extra days, you guys get the same experience, but you're gonna go around Jersey City or New York City of your choice and just have a great time. Ticket holders are going to enjoy the following bonuses from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. It's gonna be every single Pokemon spawning feature from habitats in Jersey City and New York City. We also have increased shiny odds, 1 half-hatch distance for eggs placed in incubators during the event. There are some good eggs in 2 and 5 kilometer eggs. We'll talk about those in a second. We also have a special research that gives you an encounter with Volcanion. You also have stickers, which we're gonna care less about. 2-hour lure module durations. We have habitat-themed collection challenges. We also have 3 snapshot surprises for encounters per day, so that's 9 in total-ish. For Rotom fan form, we'll talk more of that in a second, and 2 times catch candy. And all ticket holders will receive the following bonuses and rewards anywhere in Jersey City and New York City on their ticketed days from 12:01 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. local time, so almost 24 hours of each day, which is gonna be awesome. You get up to 9 free raid passes per day by spinning photo disc at gyms. You get up to 6 special trades per day. If you're going with some friends, or you're just gonna go around the park to see if people wanna do trades with you, this is a great time to do some trades or special lucky trades depending. Decreased Stardust cost for special trades. You open up to 40 gifts per day, which is gonna be insane. Also, if you're not from New York, like myself, I used to, but not anymore, you guys can just send gifts from New York or Jersey City to your friends so they can pin those postcards and open gifts so they can try to get the modern Scatterbug encounter. You have the Egg Enthusiast for $15. If you're a ticket holder, you can buy this to get some extra bonuses for hatching eggs, such as 1/4 egg hatch distance and 3 times hatch XP, candy, and Stardust. Then there's the Raid Lover add-on for $15. This gives you a ton of extra bonuses and rewards from participating in raids, specifically 5-star raids. So you get up to 18 daily raid passes by spinning photo disc at gyms. You get additional 5,000 XP from completing raids, 6 additional candy from completing 5-star raids, and 3 additional Candy XL awarded for catching Pokemon in 5-star raids if you're level 31 or higher. This is really important because Zacian and Zamazenta are in raids during that weekend, and you guys better want to get those Pokeballs and berries ready, because once you defeat them, not only are you getting candy and XP and everything, but you can also try to get increased shiny odds or just get a special background and you want to get a lot of candy and Candy XL because you want to be able to get some powered up Zacian or Zamazenta when you change the crown forms. And for $20 per day, you can add a citywide gameplay add-on. So like, I paid 40 bucks because I'm going to be playing this citywide on Friday and on Sunday, because Saturday is like my main day, Saturday morning at Liberty State Park. And you'll also enjoy the following bonuses if you're doing the citywide experience, which are event-themed Pokemon spawning around, increased chance of encountering shiny Pokemon. You get up to 6 special trades per day, 1 half Stardust cost for all trades, 1 half egg hatch distance, up to 9 raids. Kind of like the same idea, like those bonuses. However, the citywide experience is arguably better than the park experience because not only you can explore wherever you want, but I've learned that the shiny odds in the citywide experience are way better than the park experience. And we've learned that from playing during Sinnoh Tour and Go Fest of 2023, and we saw how everyone was getting shinies last year during last year's Go Fest at any in-person event. Volcanion is the mythical Pokemon for this year's Go Fest. Trainers have been to Osaka and got their Volcanion. If those players in Osaka are going to Jersey City and they're gonna do the special research again, they will not get Volcanion, they will get the Volcanion candy. However, if this is your first Go Fest, kind of like my first Go Fest, you will be able to get Volcanion. Carbink and Frigibax are gonna be shiny available for the first time in the US in Jersey City and New York City. These will be one of the top hunts because Carbink is good in the Great League and Frigibax evolves into Baxcalibur, which is arguably one of the top non-mega, non-shadow, non-legendary ice types. It may have a community day next year, but you might want to get a head start to get those shinies because you just never know. Now, the regular Zacian and Zamazenta will be in 5-star raids, and obviously the crown forms will be featured during Global Go Fest in raids. However, you can be able to get early access to either Crown Sword Zacian or Crown Sword Zamazenta by special research to get some requirements to turn them into these powerful forms. So like we said earlier, you want to do as many raids as you possibly can for Zacian and Zamazenta for the candy, for other stuff. But this is probably where you're going to want to like focus on, because at some point you're going to choose Zacian or Zamazenta, and then obviously you have higher chances of gaining energy when you're doing global. But it's just an early access. Palucha will be featured during Go Fest in Jersey City. We're going to catch a lot because it's exclusive in Mexico. And I have some friends in Reno that want this regional, so I'm going to catch a few for them. And like we said, if you take 3 snapshots per day, you're going to get encounters with Rotom fan form. This is the last Rotom form to debut in Pokemon Go. Although it's not shiny, it is worthy for a trade. Now let's go ahead and talk about the spawns. Now 3 out of 4 you probably saw during Osaka Go Fest, and it's going to be happening again in Jersey City. But instead of the Calming Tea House habitat, you're going to see the Mechanical Marvels habitat. Spawns during that will include Meowth, Hoppip, Chimecho, Beldum, Ferroseed, Clink, Galarian, Stunfisk, Golett, Heatmor, Durant, Jangmo-O, Phalanx, Tabulb, and some may even encounter Bombirdier. Which ones should you go after? Well, Meowth and Chimecho are both Stardust boosted Pokemon, so if you need some extra Stardust, definitely catch those Pokemon. We also have Beldum, which is overall a really good Pokemon when evolving into Metagross. It is one of the top Steel-type attackers, and it's also great as a Dynamax Metagross, so you might need some extra Candy or Candy XL to get a Dynamax Metagross to power up. Also in the future, Mega Metagross is going to come soon. We don't know when, but you want to get some good Beldum just in case. We also have Golett, which is arguably a rare shiny. It debuted during New York Go Fest in 23. We got a good few amount of those. We also have Heatmor and Durant that are regional exclusives. Despite Jangmo Community Day happening a couple weeks after Go Fest in Jersey City, this is still a good shiny you should hunt for, just because. Phalanx, we learned, has a costume, and it's one of the best costumes ever. Listen, I'm not a costume guy, but I totally vibe with Train Conductor Phalanx, so that's another shiny you should definitely go after. Also, Bombirdier is a big hunt because it's exclusive in raids, so this could be a really good shiny for trainers to get if they're attending Go Fest. We also have the Carnival Grounds habitat. Spawns will include Heracross, Teddiursa, Slugma, Scraggy, Solosis, Vanillite, both male and female Frillish, LGM, Jupiter, Togedemaru, Setotl, Frigibax, and some may even encounter Turtonator. Which ones should you go after? Well, Heracross is a regional exclusive, mainly in South America, and the Mega Evolution is going to be one of the top fighting and bug-type Pokemon. You also have Solosis, which is a rare shiny. You can argue that the male form of Frillish is a rare shiny, and also Jellicent should be good in the Ultra League? I think Ultra League. It's either Great or Ultra, but it's one of the best. LGM, Jupiter, Togedemaru, and Citadel are 4 rare shinies. Also, Frigibax is a new shiny. We talked about Frigibax thoroughly, but it's a new shiny, and Baxcalibur is going to be a really good Pokemon, and Baxcalibur is going to be good in the Master League. And finally, Turtonator will be in the wild for the first time, because this Pokemon was normally exclusive to 10km eggs, 3-star raids, anywhere but the wild. So if you need a shiny Turtonator, this is the best event to grind for it. The Noble Fields habitat spawns include Galarian Farfetch, Dunsparce, Timber, Carablast, Shelmet, Pawniard, White Flower, Flabebe, Skidoo, Fomantis, Squovet, Wooloo, Phalanx, Smoliv, and some may even encounter Druddigon. Which ones should you go after? Galarian Farfetch, because I don't recall it ever being in the wild, so this is a good one to go after. Dunsparce, because it does evolve into Dunsparce, although that evolution is not in the game yet. It's never a bad idea to grind on the candy, and if you get a lot of shiny Dunsparce, you could save those in case the evolution ever does a debut, because it has 2 different forms. It has the 2 segment and the 3 segment, and I guarantee you, the 3 segment Dunsparce is going to be hard to find. Timber, because it's a friendly budget fighting type Pokemon, so like that's a good one to go after. You also have Pawniard, because it's not every day Pawniard spawns in the wild. White Flower Flabebe is arguably a rare shiny. It's also a rare Flabebe no matter where you are around the world. Skidoo is an interesting one because it's normally exclusive in City Safari events in the past. Now that it got replaced with Mudprey, it's probably gonna be featured in Go Fest and Global Go Fest, so that's another shiny you should grind for. Again, Phalanx Train Conductor costume, grind for that. And then we also have Druddigon, which is normally in raids, but it's not the first time it was featured in the wild, but still, good shiny to hunt for. And finally, we have the Sunken Treasure habitat. Spawns will include Totodile, Corphish, Finneon, Basculin Red and Blue Stripe, Inkay, Binacle, Skrelp, Clauncher, Carbink, Wimpod, Sandygast, Wiglet, and some may even encounter Rockruff. Which ones should you go after? I would say Totodile because Shadow for Alligator is a good Shadow Water type. You also have the Basculins because normally they're from routes. They're both regional exclusive. They were exclusive in routes and research only during Unova Tour. So if you're attending Go Fest, this is better odds of going after these 2. You also have Binacle, Skrelp, and Clauncher and Wimpod that have been shiny boosted from previous events. But if you still need those shinies, good time to go after those. Carbink is a brand new shiny, and this is also going to be good in the Great League. Also, Sandygast is a rare shiny, so that's a Pokemon that I want to get. I got it from a trade, but I want to get my own so bad. Wiglet, despite not being shiny, it's exclusive in beach biomes. And you are literally in the city, around city biomes, and seeing Wiglet in city biomes would be pretty dang cool. And finally, Rockruff, this is a big one because it also has a chance to become Dusk form. And usually when they feature a Dusk form of Rockruff, it's usually in Tier 1 raids. And for it to be in 5km eggs and in the wild during Go Fest, it's gonna be pretty dang cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we have good news and we have bad news. Good news is we have incense spawns that'll give you Unknown, which will spell out the word Sword and Shield. We have SWORDHIEL, Unknown question mark, and Unknown exclamation point. Lots of good Unknowns and lots of good ones, shiny-wise. Here's the bad news, however. You notice there's no shiny symbol by Unknown W? That's more like an L because it's not going to be shiny during Go Fest. And it was not shiny during Osaka Go Fest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first ever Unknown letter during any Go Fest that cannot be shiny. We have Spinda featured during Go Fest. Last time we saw them in Osaka from like vlogs and live streams and everything, it seems like they were also in the wild during the citywide experience. We have the Carnival Grounds with Spinda number 2, we have the Sunken Treasure with Spinda number 4, and Noble Fields with number 7. However, there's an exclusive Spinda for Jersey City Go Fest in the Mechanical Marvels habitat, and that's Spinda number 5. I think it was Spinda number either 6 or 8 for Osaka. So if you're looking for number 5, this is the good weekend to get it. I've seen a lot of people get shiny Spinda in the wild, so that's crazy. Also, it's featured in 2km eggs, So if you need to hatch 2-kilometer eggs, you might get a Spinda, and it could be shiny if you're lucky. And then, like we said, Zacian and Zamazenta are in 5-star raids, so you have the raid lover bonus. You're definitely going to grind on these to get Candy, Candy XL, XP, etc. And also, there's some field research tasks and collection challenges based on habitats. We know what the Carnival Grounds, Noble Fields, and the Sunken Treasure habitats look like. We can make an assumption that the Marvel one, the mechanical Marvel, is going to be kind of the same. But I guess when you complete it, you get an encounter with a Bombardier is what I'm assuming. If you have the Enthusiast bonus, you're gonna have so much fun hatching these 2 and 5-kilometer eggs during Go Fest. In 2-kilometer eggs, you have Spinda number 2, 4, 7, and 3. And then you also have Pikachu with costumes. Yes, we're seeing a lot of trainers getting Pikachu with the monocles and the ribbon color hats in the wild, in field research, and also in 2-kilometer eggs. There's the blue, red, and yellow monocle Pikachus. Then we also have the train conductor failings, which is interesting that it's in 2-kilometer eggs. So these are gonna be the ones you're gonna grind for the most. Also, it seems like the Spinda are more difficult to find, so you have higher odds of getting costume Pokemon from 2-kilometer eggs. If you use a regular incubator with the Enthusiast add-on, you're gonna walk about 0.5 kilometers. Then we have 5-kilometer eggs. There's a Drampa on there, but that was taken for the Osaka Go Fest. So Drampa's obviously not gonna be featured for Jersey City. We're assuming it's gonna be replaced with Bombardier. So even though there's a Drampa in the screen, pretend it's a Bombardier for content's sake. We have Druddigon, Hawlucha, Rockruff, Duskform, Turtonator, and Bombardier that does not look like a Drampa. Guys, on a serious note, the number 1 shiny hunt for this event is the Duskform Rockruff. I'm struggling to get this shiny. I don't know about you guys, but I saw JT Valor, Mystic 7, and Fleece King gain the shiny, either from eggs or research or even in the wild. And dude, I should be the next one to get the shiny Rockruff Duskform because I struggled ever since its release. I just want the shiny Duskform Lycanroc. We also have the map for Liberty State Park, and also there's some specifics on like how to get there and what's going to be set up and which habitat is going to be located in the park. I am going to talk a little bit about transportation, but if I were you, I would definitely go down link in the description. There's a YouTuber named Mrs. Mime 100. She's a local in New York. She definitely helped a lot of trainers who were going to what is that park? Randall's Island Park, the crappy one. I heard the transportation is a lot easier, but like you have to take specific trains. You can take the ferry if you want to. Those are the best way to just get there from New York. Also, there's like certain trains or like, you know, certain like shuttles you could take if you're in Jersey City to get to the park. So there's a lot more in depth, and I'm gonna let Mrs. Mime 100 talk more about it. She also does go to Liberty State Park in one of her vlogs. So I would recommend checking out Mrs. Mime 100's content just to get more understanding on how to get to Liberty State Park. No problem. Now here's my advice. We're gonna start off with the general stuff. Number 1, make sure that your devices are charged up overnight. Your phones, your battery packs, your gotchas, whether that is your Go Plus, Auto Catcher, Go Plus Plus, just make sure that it's fully charged the night before, because you cannot enjoy this experience on a low battery and then have it die, because, you know, if your phone's dead, your experience is dead. So make sure that it's charged, and also have some backup in case your battery on your phone is low. Number 2, this cannot be any more stressed. You need to be hydrated and you need to be nourished and replenished nutrition-wise. So make sure you pack a snack and get those water bottles. And number 3, the weather is unpredictable in New York and Jersey City. I heard it's gonna be cloudy. I heard it's gonna be hot. I heard it's gonna be rainy. I heard many different things. So my suggestion is to make sure you have sunscreen, have an umbrella, maybe sunglasses, maybe a poncho. Just have something prepared in case of some unexpected weather conditions, because it does happen during the summer. It can rain. Now, when it comes to logging into your Pokemon Go account, the biggest thing that you need to manage is your Pokemon storage and your item storage. My recommendation is to make sure that if you have maxed out your storage limit, make sure you have at least 1,000 or 2,000 room left for Pokemon and for items. Also, I would suggest kind of limiting to start off how many items you have. So when you have berries, I would suggest like maybe start at like 50 to 100. I would make sure you have at least 1,000 Pokeballs and 1,000 Ultra Balls. You could go from like 1,000 for Great Balls too, but I like to personally go for 500. because I use great balls the least, but you guys can stack up as many balls as you want because you're gonna need them balls to catch them Pokemon. Also, transfer an unnecessarily amount. If you have like hundreds and hundreds of charged TMs, try to limit to like 50. You don't need 300. Just decrease it to 50 so you have extra room for any items. Same thing with Pokemon. Transfer any unnecessarily 1 stars or like 3 stars that you're not gonna use if they're not shiny, if they're not rare Pokemon. If you caught like a ton of Metatite, I would definitely transfer those. If you caught a lot of like, I don't know, Cutie Fly, transfer those like useless Pokemon that are not shiny. I also had to go through a ton of unknown from previous years because I had over 500 unknown. I think I'm now less than 100, but I made sure I kept some like exclusive unknowns that are super rare. Like I transfer a lot of vowels because I don't need that many shiny unknown O's. Make sure you transfer enough Pokemon that are unnecessary in your storage because then you're gonna be catching a lot of Pokemon, you're gonna be spinning a lot of Pokestops, and you're definitely gonna do a lot of field research, so make sure that you have enough space so then you don't have any conflicts. And again, you can also transfer in between, but mass transfer to get that storage, definitely take advantage of. Also, make sure you have at least like 50 lucky eggs, 50 star pieces, and like probably 30 incense. I know that sounds like a lot, but you're gonna enjoy a lot of bonuses that'll give you extra XP, extra Stardust, and you're gonna get some encounters from incense, so you better wanna make sure that you're prepared. Also, if you want, you could try to buy as much Pokecoins as you can, because then you just don't have to worry about it. You don't have to like stand here for 5 minutes trying to make purchases and everything. Make sure you get what you need in your storage in terms of items that will benefit you for the whole experience. Finally, this is a big one, especially during those like first 2 minutes of each hour when unknowns spawn. Have an Origin have an Origin Palgia that learns Spatial Rend, so it expands the diameter of your surrounding and you get more encounters. Especially in a big city where you're gonna be like going around places. If you don't go through traffic, you'll be able to get those encounters and everything. Once again, folks, we have changed our YouTube name to Alex Cheeklate Gum. Make sure you subscribe. Help us get to 2,000 subscribers before we get to New York and Jersey City. Also, make sure you guys say hi at Liberty State Park if you see me in the Saturday morning experience. And guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hope this video was very helpful and informative. We will see you guys next time. Peace out.